Alright, guys, so we're back yet again. We got another movie we're going to be talking about. And I wasn't sure if I was going to watch this, and we're going to be talking about The Woman in the Yard. So, The Woman in the Yard, going into it was really kind of interesting because we have where our main character Ramona, she is in much grief after the loss of her husband. She has a farmhouse that she got with him, and she's trying to raise her son and daughter. And she's also in a very bad situation physically because her husband passed in a car accident, and she's having to use crutches to get around, and obviously still take care of her children, and the power is off, and her phone's dying because she's been watching videos all day of her husband, and she's just in very bad grief. And what happens is, all of a sudden, this unknown figure shows up and just starts putting terror in her and her family. And what we see is just everything just starts happening really weird. Like, for example, the chickens die mysteriously, the dog goes missing, the son and her are at odds because she wants to do things one way, he wants to do another things, figure out who this woman is, what does she want. And the mom says, oh well, she is someone that escaped from the medical facility, and all these other things. And what happens is, through the duration of the film, you see where Ramona, she starts losing. I would say, I wouldn't say consciousness, but she starts, I would say, seeing things that aren't there. Like, there's one moment where you could tell like she's tired of being a mother, and she actually just goes off on her children and really loses her cool. And then when she tries to make it up, she is like imagining holding her daughter, and she stabs a pillow, and I guess she assumed it was her daughter, and that was crazy. And then when the son finally has enough, because this woman just keeps itching closer and closer to the property, and as soon as he has enough, he goes and grabs his dad's gun. And when he does that, he tells her, okay, you need to back up, get off the property before I, do what I gotta do. And she tells him, okay, so I'm guessing your mother did not tell you what really happened to your father. And so he goes to his mother, even though they're at odds, and she explains that she was the one driving, not him. They were at odds because she was still unhappy from where they were and then where they're living now, and that she was giving all her time to him, the farm, the kids, whatever, not to herself, not to what she wanted, and she was getting tired of it. So they had an argument. She kept seeing this figure apparently, and that's when the accident occurred. Now, what's really crazy is, again, it seems like that this entity or whatever this is going after her, the kids, and she's trying to do whatever she can, but then it slowly realizes when there's this thing is going after the kids, it works well in the light, and somehow still gets into the house, and then kidnaps her daughter. I'm assuming it was really weird because at the tail end of the film, we see where Ramona changes, like, different things that this woman said to her. Like, she's the one sitting in a chair, she's the one telling her daughter, oh, I would never hurt you, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do that. And the way I took the film was, all the things that happened, she was leading up to this. It was a, I'm assuming, a manifestation of all her, between her grief, her self doubt, her depression, the anxiety, the rage, everything combining into this unknown entity, and taking it out on herself and her children. And I guess the bad part of her, which was the entity, was trying to tell her to end it so that way her kids would be better off. And she almost does it, but then she doesn't, and then somehow the power gets back on, the dog's fine, and the movie just closes. So it was really weird. Um, how would I say? What I, and guys, when I do a movie review, I'm gonna say it like it is. I don't have it scripted. I come what's on my mind. I'm gonna say this: if you're a horror movie fan, I don't know if I would say to watch this film. It was a very mind-boggling film. Again, for the way it ended, could I say, oh, was it a good film? Was it a bad film? It was kind of just there. It was one of those where I watched it once, but I wouldn't watch it again type things. So I don't know how to feel about this film, but like I said, would I watch it again? No, I wouldn't. I think you go into this movie expecting one thing, and you leave feeling something different. And I don't. And there's sometimes movies do well where you feel good about it. This one did not do that. So I think the woman in the yard was honestly a disappointment because I had thoughts into one thing and it led me into a whole nother different direction. So as an ultimate conclusion on this film, I think if you want a crazy thriller, because this ain't really a horror movie, even though it's classified as a horror movie, it's more of a thriller drama. And there's really nothing too scary about this film other than just trying to figure it out about the entire story and how it would make sense. Because the way I took it is it was more of a mental health type situation. But overall, that's just my review of the film. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments. Have you guys seen the film? Have you not seen the film? Was it good? Was it bad? Let me know your thoughts about it. And I'll see you as always on the next one.